Good morning, everyone. Tom here, aka Nostradamus, bringing you nothing but wishes, dreams, hopes, and promises. Thank you, Saint Gang, for that one. How is everyone doing this morning? I imagine you're all doing pretty good. The stock market's rocking, cryptos are rocking. I'm having some OBS issues here. You probably won't see it, but trying to bring up my old lonely screen. Let me try this real quick. So I want to do a display. No. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I know you guys love this kind of stuff. This is just great content that we got going on right now. Man, why is this not working? Is it a window? Is it a window capture? There we go. Let's try that. So I'm going to pick this. Boom. There we go. See, now we need to do this job. And why? Oh, wait, we can try this job. Looking at the crypto markets right now. Exciting stuff. Things are rocking. Everything's starting to look green again. Is it a dead cat bounce? Is it a dead cat bounce in the stock market? The stock market's rocking. I put on a trade yesterday. I did go long the NASDAQ. That is working out really well for me, boys and girls. We are going to take a look at that. There we go. ADA all day. Saint Gang, thanks for FOMOing me into wanting to buy some more Polkadot. I really appreciate that. You brought some great facts this weekend. Definitely going to look into some of those. Polkadot. Polkadot's a rocking. How's Polkadot doing? Polkadot, it's up 13%, man. We got the market open in 1 minute. We got a lot going on in the stock market today. We got 4 companies doing earnings. Well, we got a lot of companies doing earnings this week. A lot of companies doing earnings today. I'm going to hop over to Tastyworks. I don't know about you boys and girls, but I need a nap. 6:30 a.m. and I need a nap. I did not sleep well last night. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm taking a nap pretty soon. It's hard to sleep during crypto bull markets, because especially after a dip. And you know, that might be a little bit of a signal that I got too much money in the cryptocurrency. Yeah, you can never have too much money in the cryptocurrency. All right, stock market's open. NASDAQ is up 175 points. It's moving fast. I did put a NASDAQ future on yesterday. That bad boy is currently up about $270. Make me holler. Hell yeah. Meet me at Chipotle today for lunch, boys and girls. Chipotle burritos, all the fixins, sodas, chips, guac. It's on me. It's on me. You know what else is going to be moving today? We got a lot of money into your Maras and your Riots. Something tells me they're up today. What do you think? Bitcoin's up. Stock market's up. There's no way that stuff's not up. MicroStrategies. I put a MicroStrategy trade on last week. I don't remember if I did it on stream or not. Take a quick look at that. But that bad boy's up. I mean, everything's up. It's a sea of green today. Is it a dead cat? Maybe. Not sure. Honestly, not sure. We will look at some charts. You know, I'm not much of a TNA. I'm not much into charts. I say that, but I mean, it's kind of just one of those things. Like if you do a lot of trading, it's hard not to get sucked into looking at charts during, like, when you just need something to do. Yeah, let's go look at some charts. It's my favorite TV show, charts. All right, so MicroStrategies, I did put on a put spread. I put that on. Well, I can tell you if I put it on during a stream just by looking at the time. So I put that at 9:23 on, wow, Wednesday. Have I even mentioned this one? I don't think that I have. It was definitely not during a stream. See how that's doing. So that one's up $54. We're going to let that one run. I got oh yeah, man, that was I don't even know if that's a term, a chicken put spread, similar, you know, half the width. So the liquidity and options of MicroStrategies is kind of weak, but that thing filled fast. I was really surprised. So I don't know that if the liquidity's actually just gotten better and the software hasn't caught up to it, because you see it shows a 1 star, and if we look at it, what are the bid asks? What did I do? I did April. So that's right in the golden zone, 60 to 30 days out. 40-ish days is the perfect time zone. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of early. There might not be a lot of option activity, but you can see there's a pretty big bid ask, $15-20. What am I doing here? All right. So let's take a look at the miners. Mara. Man, why didn't I buy me some Mara last week? Because I'm a chicken, that's why. Saint Gang Gang, how you doing? Circle, circle, dot, dot. Oh my god. Stop making me want the FOMO and the more Polkadot. I took notes of all the stuff you put in there yesterday. Very, very good due diligence you're doing over there on that. I mean, if you've already forgotten about bingo, like bingo even on your radar anymore, it's just about buying that Polkadot. I agree, man. I love me some Polkadot. I think Polkadot's had a decent run. But there's going to probably be, just like Cardano, there's going to be a lot of ongoing news hype. And I think there's going to be really good opportunity in Polkadot. I've even considered converting some more of my Ethereum into Polkadot. I mean, I got to fight Uncle Sam a little bit if I do that. But with this recent pullback, it wouldn't have been that bad. So it's something I'm still kind of considering. Speaking of needing to spend some money, today is March 1st. You know what that means? Probably don't know what that means, but that means I got to put $250 into this account. I started this October 1st, $2,500. I put $250 a month into it. It's doing pretty good. It's all like 70% plus of this is Ethereum right now. We built this bad boy up with some Teslas, some Neos, some Xpungs. It was up really nice until this last like hammering of Ethereum. Ethereum up $103 right now. That's a pretty good bounce back. Again, is this a dead cat bounce in the stock market? I hope not, because if the stock market goes down, it's probably going to take crypto with it. Though, you know, I've said a few times, I think the stock market doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's pretty extended. It's pretty rich. We could use a little bit of cooling off consolidation. We don't necessarily have to have a crash. Some people are calling a crash. It's in the cards. I'm not going to lie. It's in the cards. But so I have to put $250 into this account today. It's probably going into Ethereum. Like, I need to get this right away because Ethereum could be $1,800 before we even know what happened, especially if this bounce continues. We didn't make it down, so NNDM's kind of struggling. I do have a 15 put in there. Overall, I've been up a lot in this, and I'm still even up with it being $5 away from my $15 put. We got Riot up 550 handle, right around 550, bouncing quite a bit around that. Looking really good, looking really strong. $14 away from my put. So even though I'm down in the open, that one's should come to fruition unless like Bitcoin just flat out collapses. My Mara trade, that one's a little underwater right now, so we're gonna need that one to continue to move to the upside so we can get that green. I gotta be honest, I'm not used to looking at my profit and loss being anything but green. Now it's almost anything but red. That's what happens when you got a lot of long bullish put spreads on and the market takes a tank. That's why, you know, I say you got to watch your size. Almost every single, well, that's not necessarily true, but a lot of these plays are defined risk put spreads. Lemonade is one of those stocks that has earnings today after the bell. That's interesting. I'm currently up $63 in this trade. We're quite oh man, I must have really, I look, what's going on here? So the mid 265, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It says I'm up in the trade. What am I missing? Oh no, I'm down in the trade. We're gonna need that. So this, oh, I'm up for the day. So we're gonna need earnings to come in on this one, or this one's probably gonna end up being a loser. I'm not going to add to this position. I'm not going to take it off. I knew what I got into. I didn't check if there were earnings within this. Actually, there's only 18 days to go. Let me see if I can roll this out and get a credit. So I can, oh no, there goes the heater. Freaking heater. Man, I'm going to turn this freaking heater off. and it's not gonna listen to me, and I'm gonna get hot. It's gonna be a sun up in this bitch. Nest, man. I don't know if it's my, whatever, you guys don't care. All right, so I'm gonna roll this out, give myself a little bit of duration. Put spread 130, 135. Yeah, might as well roll this out. I mean, who knows, man? If it's a bad earnings, this one's just gonna be a loss. Extend my duration. Of course I do. All right, we gotta cancel this. I'm gonna roll this out. Why is that 50 cents for an earlier time frame? That probably won't fill. I don't know that this one will fill, to be honest, but we're going to give it a shot. That one's working. Let's move this down a few pennies, see if we can get that to fill. All right, so what do we got? Panic dump because of margin. What panic dump? Oh, had to dump Genox. SGG, were you on margin? Please don't trade on margin. I mean, live and learn, man. I've got my face melted with margin. Had to dump Genog space stick, but still holding Bingo B. How is Bingo doing? BNGO. BINGO, man, $10. I haven't really paid attention to this. I don't know what it's done over the term. It's kind of just consolidating around. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like this one, to be honest, but good luck on that one. Let's see. Kevin O'Leary changes. Yeah, I saw that. He is in 3% of. Yeah, so Kevin O'Leary, he's not a stupid dude. He's a smart dude when it comes to business. And he's one of the ones, I don't know if he was sandbagging the whole time and now he's just being, like, is he really just getting into it, or has he been into it? I mean, he's a smart dude. He's got to have a smart team around him. A lot of these people, they're probably getting educated. Like I started getting educated on it and I started going heavy, especially in the Bitcoin. I'm kind of at a point right now. It's like, man, we got a lot of risk on the board. Do I just want to move it all to Bitcoin? Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin's the safest play on the board. A lot of this stuff is going to be supply and demand. We're going to have to see how a lot of this network effect stuff comes out and justify the price of some of these altcoins. I think it's there, but it's so early in the game. You got NFTs kind of creating a frothy bubble, possibly. I think NFTs are going to be huge, but I think there's going to be a massive bubble. Like, it's crazy, man. It's just like all these people are just S-ing out NFTs and selling them for crazy prices. There's no way, that value a lot of people are going to get their face melted off. So I would caution anyone spending a bunch of money on NFTs trying to flip it for profit, unless you really know what you're doing and you're kind of good at that. Like, maybe you have experience with art or cards, like professional level. I mean, those are tough gigs, man, and it's not the kind of life I like leading, because I'm about to say some stuff I don't want to say. So Bill Tucker in the house, how you doing, brother? Everyone hit them like buttons. Yes, we are hitting them like buttons strong today. Bill, you're new, it looks like. I don't know if you've been around before. Hit that subscribe button. We live stream all the time. So I did mention earnings. The big earnings today are Workhorse. I did mention there's word on the street. There's scuttlebutt on the street that they still got a shot at that USPS contract. It is the government. So who knows, man? Like, even if could take a while to pan out, they're looking at, I mean, there's no way their earnings can be any good, right? Have they keep saying they're going to produce trucks. Have they produced any trucks? I don't know. That's interesting. I need to investigate that. Maybe I'll look at that. I don't care though, right? I mean, I don't care that I'm the first one to get the news on that when it comes to Workhorse. I don't like the company. I don't think even if they got the USPS contract, I think they'll S the bed. I don't think they can pull off the production. I think they're going to squander it. I think Ride is even a worse investment. I think Ride has no chance. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. AES in the house. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. How's your portfolio doing? You probably were a little nervous, Nelly, over the weekend. Stock market was getting hammered. Crypto was getting hammered. Big Dubai hedge fund had 1 billion, but switched to 7. Yeah, so cryptos are us. I actually should have thought. I just don't like. I just don't have all the time in the world to do investigation on all this stuff. I am off. I am off on vacation this week, boys. Maybe we'll get some live streams into during the day. Maybe some earnings plays like later. You know. But so the interesting thing about that Dubai hedge fund and cryptos are us, George. I am George. We are all George. He's actually, in my opinion, one of the better channels out there when it comes to just not overhyping stuff. He knows the space. He knows cryptos really well. And I like his, he's the one that kind of found out that F2 Pool's doing all the dumping. And he has some of his tinfoil hat theories I don't necessarily agree with, but he's a good channel. He does stream twice a day. Check him out. He's one of the bigger channels. Unlike the big channel out there that I have mixed feelings about. We'll take a look at the BitBoy meter maybe in a bit. But no, so he found out that hedge fund's only been around for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? So what does that mean? Is it Bitcoin FUD? I don't necessarily think it's Bitcoin FUD. Is it just trying to, like, if you've only been there 2 weeks, and if maybe it's just their way of like pumping up Cardano and Polkadot because they are putting a lot of money into it. And I mean, it seems to be working. I mean, Cardano's pumping because Goguen Live, I don't know the exact time on that, but the smart contract is coming live on ADA. So we will take a look at the cryptos here in a minute. Let's see. ETH gas prices are turning people off. So definitely ETH gas prices are a huge issue, but really, to me, it's a huge opportunity, right? Because it's giving you the ability to buy into the cryptos that are going to benefit from that. Binance, Polkadot, Cardano. I think there's going to be room for all those going forward. At the end of the day, which one's going to be the king of rock? It's probably going to still be Ethereum. And it's giving, like, if you're wanting to accumulate Ethereum, it's been a really good time to accumulate Ethereum. It's been knocked on its butt. It's not going away. It's going to be successful. Ethereum's going to go to the moon still. But so I think Polkadot, Cardano, and all them are too. I wouldn't be overly worried about these. The gas prices is kind of holding the Ethereum price back, but there's a lot of companies out there working on layer 2 solutions. Like Uniswap's a big rumor. If that comes to fruition, Uniswap's going to go to the moon. It's going to help Ethereum a lot. That doesn't come to fruition, it could get pretty ugly. Yeah, I was down 7 AES. I was down 700 last week, but I bought some NEO and CCVI in the dip. Good for you. What does Warren say? When others are fearful, you be greedy. We were definitely looking at some fearfulness. It was just the edge though. So, strong hands, diamond hands on that stuff. If it's a dead cat, let's take a look. Polkadot, baby. Look at that, up 94 cents. Bitcoin, how's Bitcoin? It was over 48,000, going for 49, maybe even 50. Get back today. Hopefully we can get back over this. There's a resistance here at around 48.3. We're right at the resistance, really. And then we got this long channel up here we need to get back into. Would be nice. It's not off the table that this is a dead cat bounce. Take a look at what happened just recently. This time, it's hard to say, man. It comes down to what news is going to come out. I did say yesterday, and this is, I went out on a ledge on this one. I think Bitcoin's going to go to $70,000 to $80,000 this month, and I think Apple's going to announce a huge buy. My $70,000, $80,000 price target is a little bit crazy. My Apple prediction's a little bit crazy, but I think that's inevitable. If it does happen, Bitcoin's going to fly. Bitcoin is very heavily, and all crypto is very heavily based on like news cycles. And right now, I mean, there just hasn't been a lot of huge news since this big green wick over here. This is the baby. This is the Elon, our Lord and Savior Elon pump right there. Michael Saylor's adding to that a bit, but I do think there's a very good chance. Like Apple, I don't know. It's a tough one. Like, how could they not get into it with their wallet? Right? They have a card. There's just too much opportunity there, and they can't like. Who over there would be like, man, Bitcoin, well, let's wait, Bitcoin. But it's tough though, right? They got plenty of cash on hand. There's no reason for them not to do it. I thought Vitalik was the main creator of ETH, but just learned that Gavin Wood was the main man who was better to fix ETH problems. ... Yeah. So I've mentioned a few times, Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, was asked who's a better programmer, Vitalik or Gavin Wood. Gavin Wood is I think he has a PhD in mathematics. Doctor, right? Dr. Gavin Wood. I'm assuming it's in mathematics. Charles says Gavin Wood, hands down, no contest, not even close. So Ethereum does have the first mover advantage. They are very big. They have a big network effect, and Ethereum's going to be just fine. Ethereum's going to go to the moon. But I agree. I think there's better opportunity. It's a much higher risky play in Polkadot, and I have a lot of Polkadot. I have over 1,000. Oh, I have 1,000 Polkadot that I've staked, and I've earned about 5 free Polkadot off that. I'm going to get paid again tomorrow. I do think Polkadot's going to go to 200. I think 100 is practically guaranteed. I think 200 or 300's on the table, depending on how this bull run goes. We start getting around the 300 range this year. We're looking at a pretty extended price level, extreme overall, probably in the crypto market. I've said numerous times, I think this bull market is going to run longer because there's a lot more liquidity, a lot more fluidity, a lot more stability, a lot of institutional buying. But we have to see if the things go crazy parabolic. You want to start being a little careful, start taking profits off the table. Man, I'm talking about Polkadot. I want to buy more Polkadot. See you later, AES. Go get them A's, baby. So here's the chart for the QQQ we were looking at. I keep bringing this up, and it keeps making me nervous. I got to check my Nasdaq long. I do want to take that off the table. But when you look at this, it doesn't look that bad, right? That doesn't look that bad. But man, this is the daily. And when you squeeze this thing in, it looks freaking crazy. And that makes me nervous. So here's the March. Like we had this is the March crash right here. And we had a similar move. We've had this V-shaped recovery here, and then it consolidated, then it blasted, blow your top off again, and then a big crash. We kind of saw it a little bit here. I didn't even really realize this till now. Let's take a look at this. That was about a 15% dipper, and I think that's where we're around right now. So this could continue because there is a lot of positive news. The bond thing, I'm not an expert on all that, but that seems to be kind of correcting itself. We're only at about a 10% right now. So this could continue to blast off. But man, the more that this goes crazy, like parabolic, crazy, practically straight up, the more nervous I'm going to get. And I've already lightened my load quite a bit in the stock market. Maybe it was the wrong move. Maybe it was the right move. I don't know. But we all know that that's because I'm putting most of my money into crypto right now. I do think crypto is the best opportunity. But I just want to point this again. Look at this. Look how steep this climb is, and we can go back a very long time. Here's the 2008 crash. It barely even, look at this. It barely even, this looks like this is one of the biggest crashes at the time. I think, the second biggest or really up there. Massive crash. Barely, like this right here, March was way worse, right? And look at this one right here. It's crazy. This barely even, the economy almost collapsed. Almost collapsed. It was almost the end of our economy. And you go back and you really don't see anything on this chart like what we're seeing right now, except for the dot-com bubble. Look at this. This is crazy. Same thing. And this one isn't even as big as this one. This one is Mount Everest. And this one is the little hill back out in your backyard. So I don't know. It makes me nervous. Maybe that being said, I've been waiting for another correction, another big correction since like 2013, because that was basically 5 years of rip your face off. Biggest, I mean, this wasn't even much back then, but this was 5 years of rip your face off. Biggest bull run in history, and it just kept going, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Just kept going. We've had a few shakeouts, right? Like 2018, we had a little ugliness, but man, look at that. It's just crazy to me, just crazy. All right, so let's hop back over and see how we're doing. Phil Tucker asks, would you be able to check out the Engine coin chart? Yeah, we can take a look at that. I'm a very big fan of Engine. I have Engine. Let's pull up the spreadsheet. Oh, bro, we gotta fix that. Let's pull up the tab that I say I'm gonna stop owning. I mean, stop showing one of these days. I do own Engine. I like Engine a lot. It's a very small part of my portfolio. It's one of those coins I wouldn't mind adding more to, if I'm being honest. I would like to add more to Engine. So speaking of BitBoy, so this is my BitBoy meter. How much I like or dislike BitBoy. I don't hate BitBoy, right? But I don't know if you caught his iced coffee hour stuff this week. Man, the first hour of the iced coffee hour, he was crushing it, man. He was actually doing a really good job. And then, I don't know, that last hour was pretty rough. So we'll put him back down to there. So Engine, I own a little over 1,000 Engine. It's 0.21% of my crypto portfolio. I think I made the mistake of buying that on Uniswap, and it's actually available on Binance.us. What is it at? I'm up 27% on that. I should buy some more Engine. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. So we'll take a look at the chart. Again, I don't put a lot of, well, I put some. I'm not a big chart guy. I say that. I kind of know my way around the chart. And I keep continuing to learn more things and trying to, just out of boredom, I like looking, I'm an engineer, right? I like looking at things from all angles. There is a lot of useful tools out of charting. They can help you, mindset of making good decisions. Which one do we want to look at? Let's look at Binance. Wow, that's pretty. Lots of wicks there, man. Lots of wicks. Lots of wicks. So we got a kind of a channel going, I guess. This is a tough one. I mean, I think Engine's going up. The NFTs are hot. That's one of the main reasons I'm in Engine. I think they got some gaming stuff going on. I mean, I like it. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't have a price target on it. Let's take a look at actually the coin gecko, because I'm more about the fundamentals than I am the pumpamentals or the technicals on it. So Engine number 91. You know, has anyone checked out Superfarm, man? The more and more I look at that, I'm like, man, what the hell is going on here? And there's some really good people that are promoting it, right? Like Elio Trades. I don't watch all his videos, but I don't dislike the guy pumping the hell out of it. But if you look at it, yeah, all right, you sidetracked me. But it's an NFT play, right? So I like that there's only 1 billion and that 929 million of them are already out there. That's very good to me. It's on Binance. It's on Binance.us. It's in the top 100. It's an NFT play. So I think this one is like almost a guaranteed to do well, go up, right? Because long as Bitcoin goes up, as long as the altcoin market goes up, as long as NFTs continue to be popular, there's something that they're doing. I don't remember, but at Age of Rust, what's this? That looks interesting. They got games. Look at this. This is really cool. Now I definitely want to buy more. Like, do they actually have these games? Because this will be huge. Y Engine. We are changing the fundamental nature of virtual worlds. Yeah, I might have to pick up some more Engine today. Engine number 9. Blockchain, games and apps, marketplace. Yeah, man, I like Engine a lot. I don't, the chart is pretty ugly, to be honest. Let's see the volume. I think I'll do pretty good though. Like with any position, watch your size. I tried Lost Relics. It's fun. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'll have to check that out. Journey Crypto did a, I want to check it out. It looked really cool. I don't got like, oh, you know, I thought I was only going to do a 15 minute stream, but you know, I could wax on forever. So Journey Crypto did a really interesting video on some game yesterday, a card game that's a lot like Hearthstone. I never really got into the Hearthstone, but I know it was a really big popular game. The game looks really interesting. I kind of want to check it out. I just don't want to end up getting consumed by some damn game that I'm sitting there just playing for a long time. So I don't know that I will check it out, but I think it could be really big. And I don't know if they have a token or not, but you can, so if you don't follow Journey Crypto, he's got a cool channel. He did a video on it, and it's like you can play this game and earn NFTs, and you know, it looks really cool and get in tournaments. I probably not anything I'm gonna get into, but if anyone does like gaming, it's definitely worth checking out. Integrated in, yeah, I think that's what I saw. Engine's doing stuff with Minecraft. Is that what you're saying? If that's true, that, I mean, that's obviously massive. I was never much of a Minecraft player. I mean, I kind of get the allure to it, but obviously one of the biggest games on the planet. People still go crazy for it. There's YouTuber, and it didn't, is Logan Paul, like, was he doing, I know he's into Pokemon, but or it was the Beast, Mr. Beast, right? He started off in Minecraft, if I remember correctly. But I have this thing, that tastes horrible. All right, so I have this, my TV, when I go to YouTube, it always, like before I click on the app, it shows me a bunch of videos I can go straight to, and it's always Pokemon or some chick doing makeup or some dumb kids, I forget their names, or like Minecraft. And I'm just like, obviously the algorithm doesn't work on those cards because I don't want to see any of those videos, right? But Minecraft, man, that stuff's still very, very popular. You have to remember Trump lowered the corporate tax rate. What did you think would happen? Yeah, man, our tax system, I don't want to get into politics. Our tax system definitely needs an overhaul. A lot of people will say that corporations need to pay more taxes. Here's the problem. Here's one of the problems with capitalism. You can raise the taxes on corporate, but then they're just going to raise prices, man. At the end of the day, we're the ones that are always going to pay. Whether it's just going to be, it's a zero-sum game. We're either going to pay more taxes, we're going to pay less taxes, pay more for product, I mean, so at the end of the day, just grind, man. You just got to grind. Like right now, watch your expenses, grind. That's what I'm doing. I'm watching my expenses, I'm grinding, and I'm accumulating as much cryptocurrency as I can right now. I think it's the best play on the board. I mean, if it wasn't for crypto, I would definitely, I would still just be going hard on stocks and options, but I put on a NASDAQ long yesterday and I barely checked the price, right? Like, in the past, I would be checking the price of that all the time. But no, right now I'm consumed with cryptocurrency because it's the best play on the board. Yeah. But you just mentioned, someone mentions Trump, and you know how that is. So it's the main reason why the markets have grown so quick. Oh yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Trump did a lot of things to definitely, like, not only just taxes, it was what he did with a lot of regulation. He did away with a lot of regulation that was holding back corporate profits. So between that, what's going on with the bonds, we're hearing possible hyperinflation, things like that. Who knows, man? That's why just, invest wisely right now and try and get your bag up so that that doesn't affect you as much if a lot of these problems do hit us, if the stock market does take a downturn. If the stock market does take a pretty big downturn, it's probably going to hit cryptocurrency too. I don't think we're going to have a massive crash. I mean, it could happen. In March, it was more of a flash crash, and it was a bit harder because it was happening so fast. It took a little bit for the Fed to step in. I don't know if they'll be this slow that next time around. They're going to continue to pump that up. Eventually, we're going to have to pay the piper, right? Possibly. By then, maybe by the time it's ready to just come all crumbling down, that could be, like, this is just all theory right now. It could be that 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, Bitcoin is the reserve currency of the world. US dollar is basically, you need $10 million just to buy a loaf of bread type of stuff. And it could be a massive transfer of wealth. I don't think the banks are as being as stupid as some people think. I think the big banks, the big funds out there are accumulating the crap out of Bitcoin. They are probably somewhat behind a lot of this FUD. Possibly speculating, I have no idea, but even working with the miners to drive the price down as much as possible, trying to get as much as they can on the books at lower prices right now. Who knows? I mean, these are some manipulative people, man. They have been doing this stuff for a long time, and you don't get to the top. This is money, right? People have lived and died and killed and murdered over money since its creation. And if you think that they're not trying to manipulate a very manipulative, like a market is easily manipulated like Bitcoin to get in and accumulate as much as possible right now, you're a little bit naive, in my opinion, right? So anyway, let's get off that. Engine, I like Engine a lot. Between Bill wanting me to FOMO me into some more Engine, and Saint Gang definitely want me to FOMO into some more Polkadot. But the only cash I got right now is cash I set aside for real estate. I am dollar cost averaging in a bit. I was ready, and it might not be over. I've already mentioned this could be a dead cat. I was somewhat ready to go in heavy, like possibly a heavy Bitcoin buy. Bitcoin got down to down to this level right here, like 39,000. Although that's a scary level. We start dipping below that, it can get really ugly. I really didn't think that was the potential. As I did mention, like the last big dip we have, I don't think I got to the point I meant to, but we did have a really scary dip. A lot of people have already forgot about this. This was just the end of January too. Bitcoin had pumped from, like, in a pretty quick fashion from, what are we at right here? 19,000. Once it finally busted to the all-time high, it was just a crazy run of 23 days, 24 days of just straight up. Oh, no, I take that back. So it was about right here. But it was still a massive run. So let's see. It was 14 days of just straight pump it up, 76% gains, all the way up to 42,000 range. Lots of FOMO, lots of new people getting in, buying in, even at this 42,000. We had Pompeo and the Winklevoss and everyone just going ape, right? Like, this is it. We're going to the moon. A lot of people got in. And then the next thing you know, it was boom. The world was ending. This was not that long ago. It went all the way back down to below 30,000 within 1, 2, 3 days. Massive dump. Down below 30,000. I think it went down to like even lower than that. And then we had a bit of a dead cat bounce, came all the way back up to 40,000. Everything was good again. That happened in 3 days again, right? And then a little dump, a little consolidation, a big dump, some consolidation, some very rough times for people, especially the ones that got in at 42,000. And then boom, off to the moon a little bit of consolidation. We got the Elon pump, and it just kept on going for quite some time. Like, what is that? A couple weeks, a little over 2 weeks probably, all the way up to 50,000. We get to the excuse me, we get to the end of the month. They start playing their games, they start dumping, they start leverage shorting into the world again. So are we going to see, like we did here, we saw a little dead cat and then it went back down? Is that's in play again, right? So as you see, we got this fairly long term that started back kind of when the bull run really started happening. It's respected this, right? So I think this is still possibly in play. We could get a little pump up and then we could come back down to this, and it wouldn't be that bad if it was like even just the middle of March. We're talking back down to like 42,000 at this time. This is still in play. It's always in play. And as we go out, I mean, it still could kind of be in play. So kind of keep that on your mind, right? This could pump up a little bit, consolidate, and then come back down. It's probably going to be quick one way or the other. Again, I think it's going to depend on what news comes out. If we get something like Apple, I mean, Apple's got like hundreds of billions of dollars of petty cash, right? Just petty cash. Like, you just go buy a few companies and they don't even, like, it barely even registers on their books type money. So I see no reason why they wouldn't add cryptocurrency to their wallets, trying to get more heavy into fintech. Because there's so much opportunity when it comes to even like Coinbase. Like I keep teeter-tottering on whether or not I want to invest in Coinbase. The one thing that two things that concern me about the Coinbase IPO: it's going to be highly overvalued, possibly, right? And if crypto tanks, obviously Coinbase is probably not going to do that well. But long term, crypto is going to rebound. Coinbase is going to be rebound. So I think it's just a matter of when you want to buy in, right? So I don't know how, like, what is like their valuation somewhere between like 60 and 100 billion right now, I think, based on what their stock is trading at and what it's going to trade at once it hits the open market. But Coinbase could be like JP Morgan of the future, right? Just think about it. There's the potential for that. And then your Binance is the same thing. And so I do think JP Morgan is going to be a Coinbase of the future, right? So you could see things like some of the biggest banks out there are Apple, Facebook, Coinbase, JP Morgan, right? It could start Square, PayPal. I love Square and PayPal. Every fiat debt-based system in the history of the world has collapsed. That does not surprise me. I did not know that. At the end of the day, I'm kind of thinking, like, yeah, of course, man. Corruption. There's always going to be corruption, even in cryptocurrency, if you're not careful. Like if you allow it to have 51% attacks and things like that. But I do think blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralization is going to be a huge part of the future. Anyway, let's wrap this up. You know, I say that and then I wax on for like another 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's nap time for me, boys and girls. I did not sleep well last night. So Bitcoin is at 48.5, still pumping, still looking really good. We do have this resistance level. I did mention this is a Tom resistance level. I'm not an expert technical analysis. TNA is not my TNA. I don't know if you can see that I'm winking. All right, so what is this, around 49, right? We'll just say 49,000, 49,100. If we can get up above that, I think that's going to be a very bullish indicator. And then we're going to have another possibly resistance at this channel right now. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is in play that we do bounce up for a day or two and then we come hammering back down. I mean, those miners, they like to play games. Who knows? Who knows why they're doing it? Are they in cahoots? Are they just trying to stack more? It's probably all of the above, right? So I think it is very possible that this green trend line will be back in play one way or another, shortly or soon, right? And then we start bouncing back off. We're going to get an announcement. 88 Gogan mainnet is today. Gogan, I mean, Cardano has had its pump and it's been it's held. I'm very happy. It's at least held around the $1.30 level. I'm okay with it consolidating here for a while. And then we get that little birdie Charles was talking about that was supposed to come in February. As far as I can tell, I don't think that birdie has come yet. Hopefully that comes to fruition soon and we can get another nice little pump. But even if it just stays in this channel, like right here, this is a really nice channel. We're looking at even by April 8th, we're over $2. I'm happy with that, to be honest, right? I don't need $5 Cardano tomorrow. And to be quite frank, that would not be healthy. That would definitely, like if Cardano, and I mentioned this yesterday, I thought there was a pretty good chance Cardano would pump up close to $2 today just because of the Gogan mainnet. There still might be a pump left. Might not have happened yet. I don't know the exact time this goes live. Cardano goes crazy later today. Maybe I hop on and we chat about it. But if it were to get up around, like, say, $1.90 today, I'd probably have to take some of it off the table. There is a point. Did I ever pull my... Yeah, so there is a point where Cardano, I want to take profits, and my goal is to take my... And look at this, 170... I'm on a heater, boys and girls. Like, follow the guy on the heater. Don't go against the heater. I've been on a heater since last August. If you're not familiar with that term, if you go to the craps table and someone's hot, they're on a heater. I'm on a heater. My biggest investment in cryptocurrency has been Cardano. And it's not just because I'm lucky. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm lucky. Because I'm betting on the man. I'm betting on Charles Hoskinson. I mean, I've loved everything that guy said, just like I bet big on Elon. Tesla is going to be big. How's Tesla doing? I still need that to rebound quite a bit for my put spreads. I do kind of want Tesla not to get I don't want Tesla to do much for a while. My goal is to make some big profits in cryptocurrency and get back over here into Tesla. You know, I still have my 100 shares over my IRA, so I still got that no matter what. But I eventually want to get back into Tesla over here. So I'm not really looking for Tesla to be $1,200 soon. Let's give it some time to chill. Let's make some money in crypto. And then we can head back over there. But Cardano. Oh, excuse me, I had to clear my throat. So if Cardano, there is a point, and I haven't decided yet. Like, I really want it to be around $3 or $4, but I don't want to get greedy. But I want to take off an amount of Cardano that basically it covers my initial investment, right? So my initial investment's probably around $50,000 in Cardano. I started buying it heavily around 16 cents, but I continued to buy it on its way up, including some pretty big buys around 90 cents. So it brought my average cost up to about 46 cents. So if Cardano were to say hit $3, I could sell 20,000 Cardano and the rest is free. Like, I don't even have to worry about it. Like, I can't lose, right? And I think Cardano has a very long future. By 2024, the next halving, 2025, I could just be retired off Cardano possibly. And I want to do the same thing with Polkadot. I love Polkadot. Polkadot's I'm up 31% on Polkadot. That's really good, but that just tells me, I think Polkadot's got a lot of pump coming into it. I'm going to want to do the same thing with Polkadot and Ethereum, right? Bitcoin, I have 1.58 Bitcoin, and the only thing I want to do to that is add, right? So at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the safest play on the board. It's where you want to be. There's nothing wrong with having some spread around and some smaller plays. And, you know, obviously I'm betting on the big blue chips, Bitcoin, and then the big smart contracts, Cardano, Polkadot. I also like me some, what else? Elron Gold. You know, I've only got 10 of those. the Binance coin alike. So the Elrond Gold is kind of considered version 3, generation 3 of Bitcoin, what have you. I think it could be pretty big. The Elrond, I will be looking to do the same thing. I might just take half off the table the second Elrond doubles, and then that way I'm not gonna get overly greedy there. So what do I have? 10 Elrond. I'm up 83%. Maybe I wait for a 3x, right? So if that hits 300%, maybe I take 3 or 4 Elrond Gold off the table, and the rest is just free house money, right? Trying to get to that house money. I'm trying to balance being greedy versus being the house money, because even like the Cardano, man, like if Cardano was $3, I could take roughly 20,000, less than 30%, because I've my average cost, 20% off. The rest is house money. But it's just like, man, I'm trying to avoid being greedy, because I think Cardano has a chance of going 5. By 2025, I think there's a legit chance it could go to $30. There's also a chance that it could go to 0, though. So glad I found. Oh yeah. So thanks for asking, Bill. I stream every day unless like work gets in the way. Every morning at 6:25 a.m. PST, 5 minutes before the market opens. I mean, initially when I started streaming, it was mostly stocks, so I would do it at 6:25, 5 minutes before the market opens. Now we spend most of our time on cryptocurrency. I also stream Sunday, 2:55 PST, 5 minutes before the futures opens. I am looking to start doing more streaming, more pop-ups, maybe doing some stuff at night, but I'm a very, very busy person with work. Unfortunately, I still have to keep my nose to the grindstone to make that monthly nut. I'm not really looking to make, like I don't ever, honestly, if I say, so I'm not really looking to grow the biggest YouTube channel in the world. In fact, the larger it grows, the more paranoid I get. So I'm not really necessarily looking for YouTube to be my main source of income. I want my main source of income to be the money I make off trading, and to teach the people that come along the ride how to learn to trade themselves, right? And it's pretty easy to teach people how to trade. When I say that, it's not really. A lot of people want to be told what to trade. It's tough, man, but if you learn how to trade on your own, you learn how to make decisions based on your own money, it will make you a much better person in life, because you're able to make decisions, right? You're able to make, because when you're making choices on your money, those are some of the toughest choices in the world. And it just makes your critical thinking a lot better overall. So I'm very, yeah. I mean, how could you not be bullish, ADA, right? It's a great project. Boxcars, high-lows. Well, someone knows their way around the crafts table. All right, didn't I say I was going to wrap this up like 50 minutes ago? All right, so let's do this. Let's do this, boys and girls. Sea of Green on the profit and loss and on the stocks every day. Still need a little help on the overall profit and loss from the open. We are making a turnaround. Mars looking good. Tesla up $32. We need Tesla to get back up to $800 so that I can make some money on my bullish put spreads that I have everywhere, including, it's not as bad over here. We only need to get about 790. Very doable in the next 19 days. In fact, I wonder if I can roll these out. Nope. Oh, thanks Google for scaring the crap out of me. Space making, I'm down on this. I'm down on everything over in the small account, man. This is taking a big toll on my profit and loss. So hopefully it's a big green week in the stock market this week. Engine, is Engine breaking out? Engine number 9. I should have bought it 30 minutes ago. Oh man, look at that pop, boy. Whew, wow. Nice. That's a nice little pump. So we got, is this all-time highs? Might be, right? Yeah, man. Nice. Looking good. I don't know if there's going to be a sell level. Like, I'm not really much into swing trading it, though. So it looks like it's hitting right at a line right here of recent all-time high. Let's see if it can break through that. Nice. Interesting. So if it breaks up above this, it might be a new support line. Interesting. My gut tells me it's probably going to dip back down. Probably, but who knows? All right, Bitcoin 48.5 pushing up against that resistant line. Ethereum, come on, baby. There's nothing but green skies ahead for Ethereum. We got a lot of room to go back up to get back to recent all-time highs. We got this line right here around 1800 that is support and resistance. Very long-term trend line. I mean, back to December 30th. Before that, it was, let's see, yeah, it was pretty flat. So I think there's a lot of room for Ethereum. Like if I had to put money in cryptocurrency right now, it would probably be Ethereum, as scary as that is. Because Ethereum has just been getting beaten down. But Ethereum will be back to glory, in my opinion. Cardano is kind of hanging around this $1.28. Let's see if we get a pump out of that. Our DOT doing really good today, up $1.32. So Cardano's got this couple very long-term trend lines down here. I thought there was a good chance it would come down to this before a bounce. So it's still kind of in play. Again, all these just kind of depend on news. So when Polkadot's definitely going to start having some news. I mean, it's constantly kind of in the news, but it's going to get a pump, man. When it starts trending on Twitter and some new project comes out and is doing really well, or some NFT play, or like Reef starts doing its thing, this is going to get a big pump, and I think there's a huge amount of opportunity here. So along with what I said about Ethereum, the two cryptos that I would want, if I had a bunch more money that I can invest right now, it would be Polkadot and Ethereum. Probably lean more towards Polkadot because I think Polkadot's going to outperform Ethereum in the short term just because of all the negative gas stuff. However, if like Uniswap does come out with their layer 2, that could be a big game changer for Ethereum too. And there are a lot of Ethereum based projects that are working on layer 2 solutions, so that could be pretty big. Let's see how my future is doing, because I did want to. Oh my goodness, boys and girls! I'm like, what are some any of the fixings you want? Like extra cheese, man. That extra cheese is expensive at Chipotle, but don't worry about it today, boys and girls. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because I don't really see that going too much higher. I mean, it's up. What is it up? The NASDAQ is up 226 points. You really can't ask for much on that. I mean, it could go up, but we're going to lock those profits in. And Lemonade has earnings after the bell. Workhorse has earnings after the bell, I'm pretty sure. Oh, before the bell. So how did Workhorse? Nothing. Like, what news did they have? Things are going pretty good. We didn't really put as much trucks out as we want, and we had problems with the assembly line, and people are still getting sick, and it's just really holding us back. But we're going to have 7,000 vehicles out by the end of March. So, all right. So, what else? So Zoom has earnings tonight. That was another big one. Zoom. I don't know, man. Like, how much could Zoom? Where's Zoom at? There's another one. Lemonade. Oh, Neo has earnings tonight. So Zoom is after the bell. I'm probably not going to touch this one with the 10-foot pole. The liquidity in the options is pretty bad. I mean, maybe you can do something like an iron condor. See what an iron condor looks like. We're going to go right at the expected move. The expected move, oh, this is from March, the monthly. So let's look at the weekly, right? They expire this week, 4 days to go, 139% IV, $44 expected move. Maybe there's something here. Maybe $5 wide. Would be 2.5. We're gonna move that out. $2. I mean, I don't hate it. So this isn't a bad play. $5 wide iron condor. That's a $5 wide put spread, $5 wide call spread. As long as define risk, the most you could lose on this is the credit receipt $5 minus not the credit. So the width of the strikes, $5 minus the credit received. So the most you could lose is $3 or $300 in option jargon. As long as Zoom stays in pretty much the expected range, what happens a lot. It doesn't always happen, but it happens quite frequently. As long as it stays within the expected move, you win, right? And that's a $44 expected move. It's pretty big, but I mean, Zoom moves, boys and girls. I think the last time, I mean, look at this. I'm pretty sure this was the last earnings. It went from 301 to 476. I think it moved over close to $200. I don't know if that was the last one or like two ago. Zoom's definitely a mover. So that was 831. So that was back last summer. That was 2 earnings ago. The last one, I think it went down, right? Yeah. So it was at 1130. It was at, I can't read red, 485 handle all the way down to 401. So it has a history of moving higher than $45. So I'm not really looking anything. I would look to get directional. But who knows, man? Like, it doesn't matter. It's just how the street reacts. I would probably, gun to head, do a call credit spread. I would do a bearish play. And you can get your face ripped off, right? You might as well bring it in tight and hope for a down move. So I could sell a 2.5 wide for $1.05. I don't know, probability of success on that, maybe a little bit. It's probably really just a 50-50 shot at this point, because maybe a little bit higher than 50-50. It either stays right where it's at or it goes down big. I'm not going to play it. There's just no real edge in that. And then Neo, what's Neo doing? I think Neo's down at levels that are a decent buy level. It's actually up 366 today. It was down below, down to like $45. So on Friday, that was probably a decent stock to get into if you weren't in. I'm not as bullish on Neo as I have been in the past. I still think they have if the market continues to go up, my price target on Neo has been $80 to $120 this year. As long as they continue to put out production numbers, as long as they continue to do decent profit, Tesla's going to continue to, maybe Neo needs to buy some Bitcoin, right? Is that something a Chinese company can even do? Like, would the Chinese government even allow that? That's a great question. But that would be interesting. Xpeng, same thing. Xpeng is basically a blatant ripoff of Tesla. Something tells me that Chinese companies buying Bitcoin's probably not going to fly though. Maybe, maybe not. That'd be interesting. All right, so I'm really going to wrap this up. I'm not even going to recap, because if I start recapping, I won't shut up. Yeah, Neo has earnings. It's after the bell today. Maybe I hop on later just to mess around with some earnings. I love you guys. Peace.